find the border from Encarnacion to Argentina, and they send me to this little road. So I'm just heading back because it doesn't sound right. I mean, I'm in a city. There should be a proper road to the border, wouldn't you think? Anyway, guess we got some unexpected off-road riding in. But there is the asphalt, the pavement again. So let's carry on. So I just thought this might be a little special stop. This is literally where the legendary Ruta 40, so Highway 40, begins in the northern part of Argentina. And with my buddies from Holland, a few weeks ago, we drove a big portion of that through Patagonia. So that way. But we're not going that way. We're going that way to Brazil. That's the second border of the day. So this is basically where I exit Argentina and where I enter Brazil. So I am already stamped out and stamped into Brazil. I even got 2 stamps to enter Brazil. And the bike's been exited. Now it just needs to be entered again. And that's what I'm going to be waiting for a few minutes. But otherwise, this border is amazing because nobody's waiting here. That's the advantage of the little borders. They're not busy, which is great, because now they can just focus on my document, my tip, my temporary import permit for the bike, and then we continue on for Brazil for the next few days, a couple of days probably, and then we go down into Uruguay. That's the one country that I missed so far, so we're backtracking a little bit to get into Uruguay, and after seeing that, we're gonna go up the coast in Brazil. That is what the plan is at the moment. And we're done. This was quite easy. We have, 10 kilometers to go to the town where I'm staying, which is São Borja. And we're in Brazil. Let's go. This is almost the end of my very brief visit initially to Brazil, because we just entered Brazil from Argentina yesterday, and now we're on our way to Uruguay that we're crossing into today. And after that, we'll revisit Brazil a little bit longer. We're at a boarding crossing again, Uruguay, Brazil, and there's not actually a border crossing. So I actually had to find this here government building where I have to do my aduana, or my customs for the bike. And now there's migration in Aduana for Uruguay is in a shopping mall. So I'm going to go shop for a stamp in my passport. This part of the shopping center is migration. So I stamped out of Brazil. I'm stamped into Uruguay. I have a couple of V-rod muscles beside my bike. I have one of those back home in black. And now we have to find the aduana for Uruguay. The gentleman says it's closed, but my friend Google says it's open till 6, which means I have 45 minutes. I'm gonna try at least. So this is the view from my hotel room. What you're looking at is Brazil. Well, that is, we have this park here, and half of it is Uruguayan. I'm on the Uruguayan side, and the other half is Brazilian. And so all of this is Uruguay. Continue on. This park that I'm standing in is literally half Brazilian, half Uruguayan. So behind me over there, you can see the Brazilian flag and Uruguayan flag. In other words, because I'm standing right ahead of it, my left leg is in Brazil, my right leg is already in Uruguay. Yeah, it definitely feels a little bit different on the right side. So let's explore a little more. So since I'm just in Uruguay, I wanted to get some Uruguayan pesos out of the wall from an ATM. But then I walked to the wrong side of the park, and of course all the ATMs are for the Brazilian real. And I don't need those guys because I just left the country. Anyway, so now I'm walking to the other side of the park, and hopefully they have one there. This is a very interesting border, because it's not really a border. You just have to find the offices where the immigration is, where the customs is for my bike, and there's otherwise you just continue driving. But I've been told that there is a checkpoint down the highway a few kilometers down, so if you don't get this stuff done, you will be in trouble at that point. Well, that's a new one. We're not in Amsterdam or Amsterdam Hotel, but Amsterland Vacation Club in Uruguay. This place they called the Minas de Corrales. I actually thought it was a coral mine, but which it probably is anyway. But there's just a little sign here that says that just off this little viewpoint there's a cemetery of people, ancient people that used to work in mines, and I'll show you the view here. Hills / rocks in the distance. So you can see it's very green. It's very similar to what I've seen in Brazil so far, but then with trees. All right, we've had a look at the little cemetery over there. Now we have to go another 10 kilometers to the actual Minas, so let's see what's there. Well, as you can see, I made it to the Minas de Corrales, but it looks like it's a city instead of actually something to see, so we're going to check it out a little bit more. It's been a while since we had a lot of wind, mostly Patagonia, but I'm just trying to hide behind the bike a little bit as well, because it's all of a sudden it's really windy, and the scenery is not really what I expected, because all of a sudden you have some of these rocks that I can show you right behind the bike. In case you can hear me. Well, we decided to go off-road. I have no idea where this goes. We're going in that direction, but it's a beautiful place here. It is pretty nice gravel road, so yeah, I'm having a good time. Check it out. I took a turn and am on my way to Salto, and all of a sudden the landscape just changes. Like I feel like I'm somewhere in Scotland or Ireland or something like that. It's hilly, it's green as far as you can see, and I did not really expect that at all. But let me show you a little bit. Riding through the highlands of Uruguay. The highlands are at max 300 meters high, so they're not very high, but they're windy and fun to drive, and there's hardly any traffic, but it's windy. It's pretty windy. So here's my hotel for the day with this phenomenal little courtyard. So let's go explore the town. We are at the southern coast of Uruguay in Colonia del Sacramento. You can take a ferry from here to Buenos Aires. So just in front of my cute little hotel here, there's only street parking, so the bike is covered. And just behind me you can see that we're super close to the water. They're building some stuff there. There's something under construction, but it's very cool. And in the meantime, we're gonna explore this little town. It looks very historic. We got cobblestones, as you can see, beautiful trees lining the streets, and I'm pretty sure they have coffee here somewhere because I need one. Well, this guy's definitely seen better days. It's being used as sort of a pickup because it's full of stuff in the back. So can you tell that this place used to be a Portuguese settlement right across the water from Argentina? But there's a lot of old buildings here still. And someone's yelling at me, maybe not. But we're just gonna check out the water view as well, because I'm 100 yards away from the water here. Check. There we are. Doesn't that look like nice water to swim in? Nah, not really. But we're gonna check it out. So this cute little guy just taking a nap right by the water view. So there's the waterfront in Colonia del Sacramento, and way behind me somewhere is Argentina. I don't know exactly how far it is, but probably 50 or 100 kilometers. You can't see it. That's just some little island that's not inhabited. But yeah, it's cool. Former Portuguese settlement way back, and hence all the streets are cobblestones. You kind of see behind me a little bit. They're all cobblestones, and there's a lot of old buildings from those times, from the colonial times. Well, whatever this used to be, definitely looks original. We definitely found another windy spot. We noticed that all day when we were riding. But yeah, we're just exploring this little cool spot. So these are the cobblestones that are not fun to drive on. Here is an old ruined that seemingly, you know, it looks like that lighthouse is a little bit newer, but it looks like it was an enclosure or was part of that in the past. So this is La Casa de los Gobernadores. So this is where the governor used to live. You see, well, this used to be the foundation, I guess, the kind of a layout of the house that he had. So it looks like this over my shoulder here used to be the house of the Portuguese governor. back in the late 1600s and the 1700s. Then the Spanish kicked them out, and so obviously the Portuguese left, and this house just disappeared basically. They only rediscovered it again in the 90s when they did some excavation and found this, which is now everywhere where you can see the green. This is basically the former floor plan of the house the governor used to live in. Pretty decent size. And right here was the kitchen, because they found bones and some cookbooks and stuff like that. Welcome to Colonia del Sacramento. What a place. It's beautiful. Former Portuguese colony. Still beautiful, but no longer Portuguese. That is for sure. There's the beach of Colonia del Sacramento with some old buildings and a phenomenal sunset right by the